this morning, but that's always a really pretty view from Red Cliffs Lodge in Moab. Meanwhile, Utah State University in Logan, not seeing any snow falling, but we did see a little bit of rain in the overnight. And you can definitely tell that the roads are running at least a little bit wet, and that combined with the winds, you might want to build in some extra time just in case. We're sitting at 41 degrees in Logan this morning. It's 44 degrees in Salt Lake, 40 degrees in Provo. Still chilly in the Uinta Basin. So the Uinta Basin this morning, we'll have a chance of seeing straight snow, while most of our valleys across the state will be talking about mainly rain showers today as more moisture will be moving in from the west. It's even 46 in Cedar City, 55 degrees in St. George, and we're sitting at 45 degrees in Lake Powell. And wet weather is ramping right back up after seeing wet weather in the overnight hours, where we saw mainly rain in our valleys and snow once you got up into the Wasatch back in the northern half of the state. But we're beginning to see a lot more activity in the western portion of the state, as we still have isolated shower activity in the east with a few showers around Moab this morning, but a few little light rain showers in the Salt Lake Valley. But things are picking up in Davis, Weber, and Box Elder counties, with wet weather finding its way in Tooele and Rush valleys, while down in central Utah, again, isolated activity in eastern Utah. And as you get closer to the I-15 and I-70 interchange, we're talking about low elevation rain, high elevation snow, and we're beginning to see a little bit of rain trying to move down into St. George and Cedar City. And given the temperatures across the southwestern portion of the state, that snow line looks like it's already above 7,000 feet. But as we look at the satellite and radar, there's a low pressure, warm front, cold front moving in from the west, and it's tapping into an atmospheric river in the Pacific. That moisture is funneling its way towards us, and we'll be looking at a pretty good chance for wet weather across the state, especially by the time we get into this afternoon. But those winds will continue to be strong, mainly out of the south. Ahead of that cold front moving in, we have wind advisories in place for just about everybody along and west of the I-15 corridor until 11 o'clock this evening. Within the advisory, gusts upwards of 55 miles per hour possibility, but for Tooele and Rush valleys, where we have that high wind warning, could see some gusts upwards of 65 miles per hour. Both hands on the wheel and hold on to your hats, but that southerly wind will help push up those snow levels even higher. And by the heart of the afternoon, before the cold front arrives, that snow line could actually climb to above 7,000 feet in northern Utah, above 8,000 feet in central Utah, and possibly above 9,000 feet in southern Utah. So the reason why I wanted to talk about the potential peak snow levels is because below 7,000 feet in northern Utah, we have still seen a good amount of snow, especially between 5,000 and 6,000 feet. If we see times of heavy rain fall on that heavy snowpack, that could lead to rapid melting, and localized flooding can't be completely ruled out. So that is something that we'll be keeping a close eye on as we go through today. But we do have winter storm warnings for our mountains that continue from today through at least early tomorrow. But the winter storm warnings for our southern mountains will actually continue through early on Sunday. Another healthy dose of snow expected for our mountains, especially above 7,000 feet in northern Utah and above 8,000 feet in central and in southern Utah. Let's go ahead and begin the Futurecast 8 o'clock this morning and time things out for you. That warm front will lift north. That's going to help push that snow line up, so valley rain and mountain snow through the heart of the day into this evening. But as that cold front works its way in from the north, we could start to see that snow line begin to go back down, where we definitely along the Wasatch change back over to snow if we do see times of rain. And then in our valleys in northern Utah, could start to see a wintry mix or even possibly some snow. That can't be completely ruled out, but again, mainly expecting rain in our valleys, even in northern Utah, as that wet weather continues to work its way down to the south into the overnight hours. And I think on our Saturday, that best chance for wet weather will be in the central and southern portion of the state. Scattered activity won't be as widespread compared to what we're going to see for today. Some forecast models do indicate that some of that moisture tries to work its way back into northern Utah, but a high pressure will try to keep it pinned down to the south. But going into Sunday, conversely, the opposite happens, where some of that moisture moves its way into the central and northern portion of the state as southern Utah tries to dry out a little bit. Then Monday could be a relatively quiet day across the state ahead of even more active weather by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. But along with the cold front moving in, a dynamic system arriving, and there will be thunderstorm potential from northern Utah all the way down into portions of southwestern Utah. Don't be surprised if you hear a few rumbles of thunder as we go through today. And when it comes to your expected snow totals through tomorrow, our northern mountains expecting between 8 to 16 inches of snow. 1 to 2 feet can't be ruled out for the Cottonwoods. Central mountains between 5 and 15. Southern mountains between 10 and 20, especially above 8,000 feet. Mountain valleys could see between 2 and 8, but mountain valleys at a period of time also could see times of rain. Benches in Cache Valley, they're typically colder valleys, could pick up a trace to possibly around 3 inches of snow. Northern valleys expecting mainly rain, but if we do see that change over into this evening, minor accumulations can't be completely ruled out. But for our central and southern valleys, expecting mainly rain showers and daytime highs thanks to that southerly flow, pushing up to the 40s and 50s in northern Utah outside of the high country, but could stay near freezing in the Uinta Basin, while Cedar City will top out at 49 and 59 degrees in St. George. As for St. George, a pretty good chance for rain for today and for tomorrow. Only a slight chance on Sunday, mostly dry on Monday, then bringing back that good chance Tuesday into Wednesday with another strong system likely going to move in. Then along the Wasatch Front, mainly rain showers for today, a slight chance on Saturday, a chance of rain Sunday, and a slight chance on Monday, then another good chance Tuesday into Wednesday. As we check our traffic out